This is the Elmina Castle. It was erected by the Portuguese under the command of Don Diego de Azambuja. And this castle was named after a Portuguese patron. His name was St. George's. So you can call this castle St. George's Castle or Elmina Castle. The Portuguese erected this castle for business purposes, and they traded in gold and ivory. The Portuguese operated this castle for 155 years, and they were attacked by the Dutch, and the Dutch took over this castle, and they also operated this castle for 235 years. The Dutch also sold this castle to the British in 1872, and the British took over this castle and operated it for 85 years. After the British had operated this castle for 85 years, Ghana won independence in 1957. So Ghana took over this castle, and Ghana is now 68 years. So in all, this castle has been in existence for 543 years and still counting. Look at this place very well. It is very, very big. I mean, big, of course. And this was the female dungeon. I mean, this is where the female slaves were kept. This is my friend Kwesi, who I met at the Elmina Castle, and he is the one taking me around. So he's now leading me to the female dungeons, for all of you to see where the female slaves were kept. So my guys, follow me to inspect the largest female dungeon inside the Elmina Castle. So follow me as we inspect inside here. Check it out. It is very, very big. The largest female dungeon. You see, this is how it is. Check the other side too. This dungeon took about 150 female slaves, and they did everything inside here because they stayed here for about 2 to 3 months. These female slaves defecate inside here, they urinate inside here, and sorry to say, because they are women, they had their menses inside here because they were kept inside here for 2 to 3 months. So check it out. They did everything here. I mean everything, because you will stay here for more than 2 months, 2 to 3 months. So this is the female dungeon in Elmina Castle I am showing you right now. This should tell you our ancestors have suffered. Our ancestors have suffered a lot. Enough for our leaders to rethink on the current status of Africans. So that means our leaders should rethink and think about the children, think about the women, think about the youth, think about the old age, think about the sick, because our ancestors have suffered. Check this room, which kept about 150 female slaves, and they did everything here. And our leaders are still watching their people to suffer at this current generation. I am going to show you this hole and tell you something about the hole. Let's go. So, this is the hole. Check this hole very well. This hole served as one of the ventilation of the female slaves. And this same hole led to a place called the magazine. The magazine is the place where the gunpowders of the slave masters were stored. And whenever there was a leakage, it affected the ventilation of the female slaves, and it led to the demise of some of them. This is another female dungeon, and this is also right inside the Elmina castle. And this dungeon also contained about 130 female slaves. These clothes you are seeing, I believe you can see it's almost everywhere. So these pieces of clothes is to demonstrate the clothes which were used to cover the private parts of the female slaves, because they were almost naked. They were not wearing any clothes. So these clothes you are seeing here is to demonstrate to you the clothes which were used to cover the private parts of the female slaves. Whenever the governor of this castle wanted to have a taste of the female slaves, he would parade all the female slaves on this compound. So the female slaves will be all around this place, and the governor will be standing up there. That is the position of the governor. That is where he will be standing. And he will choose the slave he desires to have a taste of. I mean, the female slave he desires to have a taste of. This is a reservoir of water which was used to bath the chosen female of the governor before she attends or before she enters the room of the governor. After female slave has been chosen by the governor, and after she has had her bath, this is a secret passage that will lead the female slave to the room of the governor. So the female slave will pass here while she is going to the room of the governor. This is where the governor will be standing to make his choice of the female slave of his desire. So the female slaves will be paraded down here, and the governor will also be standing up here. So supposing I'm the governor, I'll be standing up here and I'll look through the female slaves and make a choice of my desire. So follow me as I show you the outlet of the secret passage I showed you down there. So let's go. This is the outlet of the secret passage I showed you down there. So a staircase will be leading you to this place. So this is it. Yes. So this is the staircase of the secret passage to the governor's bedroom. So I'm closing it. This ball you are seeing is a cannon ball, and it is very, very heavy, almost 25 kg. Almost 25 kg. And this cannon ball was used as a punishment to the female slave who refused to attend to the call of the governor. So this is how they did it. This cannonball would be hung on a chain and locked around the leg of the female so that it restricts the movement of the female slave. So she will remain here for one full day, whether it rains or shine.